I chose the scenario of being wrongly blamed at work, set up by a colleague to take the fall for a failed project or legal issue. This is a story of betrayal, pain, and ultimately justice served cold. I want you to understand that this is not just about revenge, but about reclaiming my dignity and showing the truth always finds its way. I believed in loyalty, in trust, in the idea that if you gave your best, it would be recognized. I had a small team, people I thought of as friends, and a mentor who guided me, showing me the ropes when I was just starting out. We shared long nights, laughter in the office, and dreams of success. I trusted them, I remember the early days vividly, how I poured everything I had into that job, sacrificing weekends, skipping family dinners, missing birthdays, all for a shot at something bigger. I believed in the work, in the vision we shared. But that trust, that hope, shattered the day he set me up. It happened so fast. Without warning, he laid the blame on me, claiming I mishandled the project, that I was negligent, that I lied about the results. The room spun. I felt like I'd been hit in the stomach. My mind raced. How could he do this? How could someone I trusted so much turn around and destroy me in a heartbeat? The betrayal cut deep, sharper than any fist. The worst part was the silence I was left in afterward. No apology, no explanation, just a cold stare and a false accusation. I felt crushed, humiliated, in front of everyone I knew, my reputation smeared in an instant. I could have given up. I could have fallen into despair. But deep inside, I reached out to old contacts, those who had seen me work with integrity, and I found allies, people who believed in justice, who saw through the lies. I listened closely to the whispers around the office, learned how the betrayal was crafted, how they spun their web of deceit. I watched their faces, saw their arrogance, felt their I felt the cold metal of my resolve growing stronger with each passing day. The smell of coffee in the mornings became a reminder of the long nights ahead. The sound of my own breathing in the quiet of my home pushed me forward. I could feel my muscles tense, hear my heartbeat pounding as I mentally rehearsed the moment I would. During the presentation, I waited for my moment. When the time was right, I pulled out the documents I had secretly gathered, notes, emails, proof of my innocence, and I laid it all out in front of everyone. I exposed their lies, their cover-ups, their manipulation. I saw their faces change, shock, fear. I stood tall, my voice steady, knowing I had finally reclaimed my integrity. That day marked the end of their lies and the start of my redemption. I used that pain as a foundation to rebuild, not just my career, but my life. I started a new company, one built on honesty and transparency. I found purpose in helping others find their strength after betrayal. Now, I look back at that dark chapter and see it as the turning point. That raw pain, that sense of betrayal, became my greatest motivation. I learned that justice isn't always served immediately, but it always finds a way. Because in the end,